So, my name's Natalie. I'm 34 years old and I've had a really strange and interesting life, like everyone else. But I've had I guess you would call it, well, a lot of things have happened in the last 2 years and a lot of awakenings, like little awakenings. And I kind of discovered all about indigo children, the whole story behind it, and light workers, all these different spiritual new age stories. And I've also been practicing Tantra and Kundalini work. And I started off as a blogger. Like I didn't start off as a teacher. I'm not here to teach anything. I'm just a person, and I like writing about myself and sharing my experiences with the world. So I think I wanted to start with telling you about how I found out about indigo children, because it's a very interesting story, and maybe, I don't know, I just think I should share it. So it began, I had no idea what indigo children was. I wasn't even that spiritual, but I read Osho since I was like 16. My uncle was at his ashram and I've heard about him my whole life. And so I was planted this seed of spiritual awakening when I was a very young person, and I've always wanted to reach it. So anyway, I was in, when I was about 27 years old, I wasn't 27, I was about 25, 26. It was the beginning of my initiation of 7 years that I had since I was from 25 to 32. 25, my boyfriend dumped me and I came back home to Tel Aviv. And I went through 7 years of initiation where I was by myself, alone, no help, no spiritual help or support. And during these 7 years, I started the 7 years, I guess, in India, in North India. Himalaya, Himachal Pradesh, all like the northern area of the Himalaya mountains. And I was traveling from Dharamsala to Parvati, and I was on a night bus. I was by myself. I was new in India. I didn't really know how things went. I got there, I arrived at Delhi by myself, then I traveled to Dharamsala. I met my friend there. She's been to India before. Like, I was very protected, and this was the first time that I left that friend to meet a different friend in Parvati, and I took a night bus, and I had no idea where the fuck I was going. Apparently my friend was staying in this place called Katagla, which is like in the middle of the forest. You got to walk 20 minutes to get there. You can't do it during the night. And I didn't know this because I was just a innocent tourist in India for the first time. And there was these two girls, they were Israeli, and they helped me. And they were like, listen, you can't go there in the middle of the night. It's the forest. I had no idea. Like, I just had a name of a place I was supposed to get to. And they told me, listen, you can't go there. Like, the bus driver will drop you off there, but it's dangerous. You won't find the way. It's in the middle of the woods in the night. Just go to the Kasol, to this like town next by. We'll take you to the hotel. Just stay there the night. The next morning, get on the bus or a taxi and go there and walk there, and you'll be fine. And I was so thankful and grateful, and they got off the bus with me because it was in the middle of the nowhere, in the middle of the night. There were two young girls. They really took care of me, and they showed me where to go and took me to this guest house. And then, they really helped me out. They kind of saved me. And I saw them a few times, but I didn't really interact with the two girls since. And I just continued my trip in India, and I met my friend. A year later, I'm in Israel with the same friend. And we were supposed to go to this nature party to work in the bar. And the people I worked for just like randomly asked me if I could pick someone up on the way, and I said fine. And we pick up a girl on the way who, surprise, surprise, is one of the girls who helped me on the bus. That wasn't random either. So I don't know if it was random or not. It probably wasn't. And she gets in the car, and I tell her, like, I know you. you helped me out in India. This is the girl I was going to see, and you helped me. How weird is this? And, you know, that was cool. We started driving, and she starts saying, like, yeah, there's this indigo children. Do you know what it is? And me and my friend are looking at each other like, what the fuck is she talking about? We've never heard about indigo children, but this sounds really interesting, and this is exactly us. She's talking about us. How did we not know about this before? She was explaining indigo children, children born between the late 70s and the early 90s, and they are higher souls or more mature souls. They've been here many times before. They decided to come back as a collective to help raise the vibration and consciousness on Earth. And this was the first time I've ever heard it before. And me and my friend at the time, I mean, we had conversations about these things a lot. And we both felt like old souls. We didn't really understand it. We didn't know what it meant. Both felt a little bit like witches, like we know things before they happen. A lot of times we sense things. But we didn't really, I mean, we were so innocent and young. We had no idea about this world of light workers and spirituality and New Age. And so we just heard about this indigo stuff, and we started researching it online and developing different kind of theories. And that's how I was initially introduced to indigo children. It was a message delivered to me by a messenger who I have synchronicities with, and I've had ever since, but we're not friends. This girl from India who helped me, she's not my friend, but I kind of see her in different places, and sometimes, I mean, it's weird. It's a weird connection. Obviously, it's a kind of soul connection that I've learned more about ever since. So I started my initiation when I was 25. I was by myself. I had no help. I just had these messages and synchronicities happening all the way to 32. I reached my first teacher, who was Amanda Ronson. She taught me alchemy healing. And from there I met my second teacher, who's Nima, who taught me Tantra healing. And ever since 32, so the last 2 years, I've been studying and accumulating more knowledge and getting deep into the whole healing field. But for 7 years, I was left by myself. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. A lot of alcohol abuse, drug abuse, sex abuse from my side, from their side. I mean, these were hard 7 years. But in the end, I guess I did find my way. And I meditated throughout the whole 7 years, on and off. I mean, it was a hard time. And I call it my initiation because I feel like it was my initiation ever since the 7 years have ended. I've been treating, so I've been healing people and doing sessions. So that's the last 2 years. But I mean, I feel like I have an indigo calling. I work with a lot of indigo children, a lot of indigo adults is the right thing to say, because they're all adults now. We're adults now. We're not children anymore. We were indigo children, now we're indigo adults. And we all have a purpose in life, and we all have something that we came here to do. And it might be a bit fuzzy, and I can't really figure it out. And so there are people like me who help and guide indigo adults to their true purpose and potential in life, just like Amanda did for me, I do for other indigos. I'm very connected to indigos. I recognize them immediately. I sense them. They're attracted to me and to my YouTube videos. So if you've stumbled across my video and you feel like you liked my story and you might be an indigo adult, you don't know what to do with it, you don't know what to do with your life, just contact me. You don't have to pay me money. I might just help you with a message or a short conversation. I don't do this as a business. I do this as a duty that I have to other indigos who feel stuck and lost like I felt, and I just want to help. So I hope you like my story, and I'll see you soon with more stories like this. And just wanted to remind you that you're the only thing that exists in this world, and everything else is an illusion, and the entire outside world is a reflection of our inner world. And the best thing to do is to take a few deep breaths and just to go inside and find the love, unconditional love within ourselves. Yeah, so thanks for being with me.